欢迎收看一男一旅旅行的旅。我们现在看到的是邮轮在阿拉斯加冰峡点 Icy Strait Point， 有人简称为冰点，两岸绵延不断的雪山、冰川峡谷。这条视频我和大家一起看看这个在2004年新开发的邮轮停泊口岸和最便宜的岸上短途旅行。冰峡点地方虽然不大，下船后很多热门地点都在10分钟的步行范围内，但它展现了阿拉斯加壮丽的荒野和原始文化。这个港口在10多年前由阿拉斯加原住民部族开放，很快便成为捕鱼和观鲸的地点。它只在每年的5月到9月开放接待邮轮，在这5个月内有70多艘邮轮停泊。从地图上看，它位于阿拉斯加和美国大陆之间，贴近加拿大。冰峡点有好几个热门活动，包括观鹰、赏鲸、寻熊、缆车、看冰川、土著舞蹈、参观三文鱼罐头厂、游览胡纳镇以及品尝阿拉斯加海鲜。出名的有皇帝蟹、生蚝、大虾、雪蟹、三文鱼等。其中乘坐半开篷穿梭旅游车游览胡纳镇，就是标题上所说的最便宜的岸上短线旅行，每人只需5美元，是我去过所有邮轮口岸中最便宜的，没有之一。请大家跟着镜头去看看这样从邮轮走到售票亭以及沿途景物。现在我们看到的是乘客从港口行经一段栈道，上岸穿梭过冰峡点探险中心，走出来是一个广场，中间有个火炉，周围有些木凳子，左边是缆车，每位49.99块，全天都可以玩。有传闻说当地人只需要15美金。不远处有一个很大的箭头指向罐头厂，我们按指示走，来的时候记得周围看看，看看树上有没有白头鹰，又叫秃鹰。在阿拉斯加的行程中，观赏野生动物是一个卖点，有时候我们可以看到鲸鱼、黑熊和白头鹰。白头鹰是美国的国鸟，在美国的国徽上，它一只脚抓着13支箭，另一只脚抓着一只长有13片叶子的橄榄枝，经常出现在美国政府的官方印章上，例如总统印章、旗帜和联邦机构的标志中。它还在众议院的权杖、军事徽章和美元的钞票上出现，所以有机会一定要去看看它的真身。阿拉斯加的白头鹰数量比美国其他任何地方都多，有约3万只。我们现在看到的是冰峡点的罐头厂博物馆，这个博物馆是免费的，游客可以自由进出。博物馆是由历史悠久的三文鱼厂活化而成，里面有很多商店。看这个博物馆有2个角度，一个是参观这个在1912年建成的三文鱼厂生产线和三文鱼罐头制作过程，另一个角度是看看中国人在阿拉斯加罐头行业角色。当年在阿拉斯加内像这样的三文鱼罐头厂有130多家。七君子事件中的李公朴在美国留学，一度曾经在三文鱼罐头厂工作。有网友说讲历史太沉闷，我在这里简短聊一聊当年华人劳工的角色。他们就是被卖猪仔的华工。根据西雅图大学资料，当年的三文鱼罐头厂老板是由承包商，有人叫他中介、工头或包头，去招揽华工。工头提供基本食宿，而且负责管理工人，每个季度发放工资。当时的华工基本不会讲英语，完全受制于工头。工头提供木板床作为住宿，找中国师傅烧饭，食物有咸蛋、豆腐、竹笋、甘蔗、姜。工头同时向工人出售鸦片、伊安仔同中国白酒。华工要吃青菜要自己种，承包商在整个过程中 赚取高额利润，也使到罐头工业迅速发展。除了三藩市外，西雅图成为了罐头业华工的集散地。现在画面看到的是曾经搭载过几十名华工去冰峡点罐头厂的船，他回程的时候运三文鱼罐头过去西雅图。华工刻苦耐劳，不怕肮脏，任劳任怨。当时的罐头厂老板很乐意雇佣他们，直至1882年，即清朝光绪年间，美国通过了排华法案，华工数目逐渐减少，罐头行业出现了两个变化，一个是用机器代替工人，另一个是用日本裔工人代替华工，到最后是菲律宾工人为主。现在我们在罐头厂看到的这台机器曾被叫做铁华工。穿过罐头厂博物馆，外面有一块空地，远处的小木屋就是穿梭旅游车售票处。现在看到的就是穿梭旅游车，来回行车时间约为40分钟左右，每人5美元，全天有效。这个就是最便宜的岸上短途旅行，不用步行，还可以听听司机导游讲解风土民情、人文历史。到了胡纳镇后，可以随意上下车，自由行一般的观光购物。由于当地天气清凉，根本不需要坐冷气 bus， 5美元可以玩半日，十分超值。谢谢大家收看，后面是彩蛋，是我们乘坐穿梭旅游车从码头到胡纳镇沿途看到的风景。有兴趣的请打自动翻译继续收看。衷心感谢你们的订阅、留言、点赞。
And the key term of that is rain, because it rains a lot. We get about 270 days of rain. It has been raining off and on all day. Right now it's kind of clear. Looks like it's clearing up a little bit, so wonderful. On our right is Port Frederick. It is also known as Brown Bear Bay. It is 18 miles to the head, about 2 miles wide, and about 500 feet at its steepest point, which is where your ship is. If we see anything, please say something. Somebody yell. I have seen a whale on here all day long today. I got here early and there was one just right out there. So what you want to look for if we do see anything is the spray. I will slow down. I can't necessarily stop, but we can definitely slow down enough to get a picture. We have 3 types of crab in the bay. We have king crab, Dungeness, and tanner. And we have 5 types of salmon just right out here. We have chub salmon, sockeye, king, silver, and pink. The Clinton people traditionally got their living from the land and from the sea. They still do. I mean, Hoona is traditionally a fishing village, and there's still people that considerably get their living from the sea. There is a saying that when the tide is low, the table is set. We do have a tidal swing that is between 12 and 24 feet every 6 hours. And we have the second largest tidal swing in the world next to Nova Scotia. And I mean, it's interesting just to watch within a matter of minutes how far the water comes up on the rocks and stuff like this. This rock promontory up here on the right, when the cannery was built in 1912, the only way to get there was by boat. And so they carved a tunnel in this promontory that was 6 feet tall and 4 feet wide. And the workers would walk through single file. There's Bobby. Now wave. there's Betty Ann in a nice warm buff. Over the years, it was expanded to handle vehicle traffic, and then due to rock slides and safety concerns, it was blown out. But it is still affectionately called the tunnel. As I mentioned, we are on an island. There's only two ways on and off the island, either by boat or by plane. Coming up here on our right is our terminal, our ferry terminal. We get ferries on Mondays and Thursdays. They are part of the Alaska Marine Highway System that goes all the way down from Bellingham, Washington, all the way out to Dutch Harbor. The whole highway is 3,900 miles. You know, there's 9 separate ferries that are working it right now. Y'all actually traveled. If you came over from Juneau, if you came up from Washington or anything like that, the Inside Passage is all part of the Alaska Marine Highway. The cemetery on our left is one of 2 cemeteries. It dates back to 1879. The Clinkets traditionally believed in cremation. It wasn't until there was a Christian influence that they actually buried people. However, it is starting to return to more traditional values. On our right is our shipyard. Boats can come in here, get fixed, get repaired, get looking nice. That blue thing right there is a ship pullout. It's one of 3 in Southeast Alaska, and it is the second largest. It can pull up to 220 metric tons out of the water. If anybody has ever seen or is a fan of Deadliest Catch, that's why that thing is there. It can take a full crab boat out of the water. And those boats are anywhere from 100 to 145 feet long. These are crab pots. They weigh about 300 pounds apiece, and they can pull up about 600 pounds of crab. There are only 8 miles of paved road on the entire island, and this is our one and only gas pump. $5.85 a gallon right now.
That's cheap.
But that is nothing compared to what I'm about to tell you. Is up here on the right, you'll see on the pylons is our hardware building. They have a phrase that if they don't have it, you don't need it. Sometimes I believe that. But right in front of the hardware building is the most expensive building on the island, and that is our grocery store. Normally, if I could hear you, I would ask you what you think a head of lettuce is. However, I was in there yesterday. 1 head of iceberg lettuce is $10.69. A gallon of milk is about $6, and a box of cereal is about $8. Needless to say, I do not eat as many salads as I used to. Right over there is Pitt's Island. If by any chance you see what looks like a golf ball sitting in the trees, that is a bald eagle. And they are there all the time. Right over, also on our right, is our city boat dock. If you just have a boat for the day, you can come out and tie up. And at the point of Pitt's Island to the left is the second graveyard. In 1944, there was a huge fire that destroyed 95% of the homes. And I'll tell a little bit about that story on the way back. But at the moment, I want you to look out on the left and see the homes with the stone chimneys. Okay? When the fire destroyed the town, basically these were military housing that were headed to Guam. And they got turned around and built sit here. 85 of them were built. There's 35 of them still standing. But if anybody, when you catch the tour on the way back, I'll tell a little bit more about the fire. There's our brewery, which I can't wait to happen, wanted to open. Our coffee shop, but I'm going to give y'all another option for coffee. Here's our city hall, the Presbyterian Church. on the right. Also on the right is a community gathering center. It's in the middle of renovations. This little blue building coming up here on the right is a gift store. And I'm going to take you down here. Over here on the left, this tackle shop. You can go in there, buy bait, buy your fishing license, and get a mean cappuccino. Believe it or not, they serve the best cappuccino in town. I personally like it better than the coffee shop. The tide is coming in, even though it is still low. When it is in, it'll come all the way up on the beach. Sitting right out there are some of your shipmates. They apparently took the kayaking tour. I don't know about y'all, but when I go on vacation, I don't get up in the morning and say, you know, I want to go work out for 2.5, 3 hours. To me, a workout is getting to the buffet. But there are those that like to get out for 3 hours and go row a kayak. We do have quite a selection of fishing boats as well as pleasure vehicles. Part of that is because our storage rates are less expensive than those in Juneau's. We also, believe it or not, get celebrities. They will come in here with a yacht, and a lot of it has to do with cost, but another part of it has to do with the fact that they can come in here and they get left alone. I am going to show you where I'm going to drop you off, and this is exactly where I will pick you up. There are some public restrooms on the right. If anybody has any questions, please come forward because I can't hear you, but please come forward and I will definitely try to help out as much as possible.